Hello friends and welcome to Shadowfax Games. I'm back in Disco Elysium because this is the new game that I can't really stop myself from playing. Especially after the last few episodes where I finally got information out of Titus, out of the woman upstairs, whose name I keep having trouble remembering, especially since she's got multiple identities. So we now have a lead on Ruby, and we know she went out to the fishing folk. I can ask around. Clage was at least the alias of the woman upstairs, not her real name. She's still lying about stuff that I could press her on, but I'm going to hold off until I find Ruby, and maybe Ruby will give me some more context. It's funny, I just noticed these things on the side. I think I've seen them before, but Superstar Cop 5, Apocalypse Cop 2, Sorry Cop 10, Boring Cop 5, Communist 9. It's funny how these keep track of what your responses are. I've generally avoided the Apocalypse responses, I guess not completely. Anyways, so I need to find the murder weapon. I'm still... I can join the reading group for communism and see how that goes. Not really my main priority. So my main priority is I'm gonna get to Clage's boy and find her passports with her alias and ask about Ruby in the fishing village. Once we find Ruby, we'll have a line on the drug dealers, and that will also help me unclog the road out of here, which potentially will unlock new areas. So I think I've explored everything in this area of Martinet and in the fishing village, so I don't think there's a lot more there to find except for advancing the story. So basically, yeah, I do need to keep advancing the story to find more to explore. So let's get going. Am I? Yeah, so I'm trying to find my date of birth, which is going to take another 7 hours. So that should be done by this evening in game time. I can keep running to annoy Kim. Oh, well, we're here. Hang on, who's this? That's not the guy playing Pentank. I mean, I think it is, but where's the other guy? Are we too late?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Obviously, I don't need to ask on where. Do you know what happened to his medals?
I took them for myself. Took them to remember that old cunt. Nobody knew him better than I did. And I want to remember that old cunt by something.
Strange how old cunt sounds almost gentle when he says it now.
May Renee rest in peace.
Yes. In peace.
I can ask him about the other dead man. Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Everything, really.
Oh.
I probably knew him better than... You meant the teacup in the tree, didn't you? I don't know anything about him.
Teacup? Oh, because of the ceramic armor. Clever.
Bye for now. So, I guess we aren't gonna be able to ask Renee about, we aren't going to be able to ask him about the Maybells since he's passed. So I don't know what's going to clear that. Let's check in on the armor quick.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
Perfect.
The lieutenant leans in to listen. notebook in hand.
I was born ready, baby.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Kortenaer. That's Ellis Kortenaer. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09.
Neonatal care unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2. This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
Wait, he was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Crenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
Well, we have his name and service record now.
The name. This is very good. Ellis Kortenaer.
Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
All right, so finally identified the victim, which is great. I want to increase drama because I want to do karaoke, and drama is going to help with that. I know it's silly because it's a silly, pointless side quest, but I want to do it, so we're gonna do it. Alright, so let's go ask around the fishing village for Ruby, who is the kind of pseudo-leader of the Hardy Boys apart from Titus. Oh no, I don't need to go to my car. I'll go up this way. I always get a little lost around here. What's in here? I'm curious. 50 cents? It's locked tight. I'll need a key from the woman if I want that. Let's see what the fisherwoman knows.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
I'm looking for someone, actually.
Oh? Who?
I'm looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days, she might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or Ignis Nielsen? Or the great lost city of Ace under the waves?
I am looking for a lot of stuff, ain't I?
A lot of stuff.
I guess so. Doesn't feel like a lot to me. I could be doing more. Maybe there's someone missing from your life.
Oh, there's plenty missing, but that's too much for even an eager terrier like you to handle. Although you seem very thorough. Tell me, instead, is there something else I can help you with?
What was this thought I just gained? Searchlight division. Hang on. Missing person cases just really get to you. It's hard watching people worry about their loved ones. The little nervous movements, the dark nights, the eyes from sleepless night, and even if there are no loved ones waiting, you like to have all your ducks in a row, and it really bothers people when the whole entire it really bothers you when whole entire people aren't accounted for. I might internalize that after my date of birth, see where that goes. Be seeing you. Alright, so let's talk to the old washerwoman.
The policeman. What can our village do for you?
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Okay, but do you know who I am talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out.
No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass.
I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
Ruby was here. You know it. You need to look into these shacks, especially hers.
Interesting. Actually, is that free room still available?
Change your mind, did you? I thought you might. Won't find a better deal than free. Don't make this old woman regret giving the police the key to her house. Here.
I'm off. I'm surprised she didn't see through that, but I guess this is where I'm staying now, potentially.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Unlock the shack door with the key.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement and look for any signs of Ruby. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the Whirling in Rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Alright, so the story kind of forced me to take this room, which means I won't be staying at the Whirling in Rags anymore. I suppose I could potentially go back. Crud job jacket, +1 logic. I'll grab it. What's this?
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
Let the mirror be for now. Old science fiction magazines, books about bird watching, an almanac from '39. You see waves, the sea, a church. The intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. The floorboards creak under your step.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum.
Listen.
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
A possible resting spot for my fugitive is what it is.
Waves crash onto the beach, drowning the reeds. Far to the south, a congregation gathers to a soup kitchen in a shelter for the homeless. An old woman gives out knitted scarves for free. Far to the southeast, 2 men and a woman dress themselves in ceramic armor. A shortwave radio hisses on the windowsill. One makes a salute, the other downs a drink. Weapons under the bed. A middle-aged man stands in a rundown shack on the edge of a fishing village. Nothing nods. No one salutes him. No sight of the fugitive.
Thank you, strange sensation, for a fair assessment of the current situation.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
Interesting.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Is shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
Let's give it a try. Time to shave, get these mutton chops off.
Your hand trembles as you scratch your cheek. Oh no, that's not how a grown man shaves.
Leave it for now.
Thank God, I would have cut your throat.
Leave. Alright, shaving unsuccessful, but we'll try that again later with better hand-eye coordination. Let's look under these floorboards.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
Search through the sand and sawdust.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own Villiers pistol, for example.
This bullet isn't for a breech loader like the murder weapon.
The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with.
We'll potentially shave later. There's Kim. Do I want to talk to him before I confront the washerwoman? Clothes. I'm running out of clothes. I'm running out of slots for clothes, I should say. I'm gonna hold off on that jacket. So I need to find a place to sell them or get rid of them. Maybe you can just drop them. Okay, I'm gonna ask the washerwoman about the bullet. Does Kim have anything to say? I need to boost my inland empire so I can convince Kim there's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case. Alright.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet?
The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, then turns to the washerwoman.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her.
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag after a long silence. Her hands move into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl?
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No.
The truth, sire.
What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Let's see. You said she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Kim, she must have heard your Kanema.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere.
Why do you think she left a bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Further up the coast we go, then.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
The Feld electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Goodbye, I'm off.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her. She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
So we know for sure we have two people now, because we have the trucker as well, who have a fair amount of sympathy for Ruby. Seems unlikely Ruby is the actual murderer, but she definitely knows something and we need to get it out of her. So, Inland Empire suggested we go look at the Feld electric mural. While I'm going up that direction, I'm going to try and find the boy. Not there. Oh, hey, what's this? There's a slit in the concrete here, a sewer?
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Kim, any idea what's down there?
No idea.
Think we might
Connected to one of the buildings around here.
think we might find Ruby down there.
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there.
I hope not.
I'm not gonna yell ho in case she is. I don't want to give us away. Okay, so that's the Feld electric mural. I want to not go up there quite yet, because I'm going to take the opportunity to go find the boy. If I recall, it's right around here. Anything else in the traps?
A few locusts trudge along the wall of the trap. The rest are piled in a heap in the corner, dead. No phasmid anywhere.
Alright. Could this be the boy Claudia told you about?
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer...
That, over there, must be the boy Klaas you told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
Ooh, hidden things, secrets, lies.
Pick up the boy?
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Examine the plastic ball.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Shake the boy.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Sniff the boy.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop and decay. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. Actually, smells a little salty.
Open the boy.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae, and nothing else.
Well done.
We're lucky it's still here. A little longer and it would have floated away.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
No documents. Who do you think took them?
I have no idea.
This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the boy anyways.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
Maybe Claudia took them herself?
That may very well be the case. We should keep an eye on her. Nothing more for us to do here. Let's go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
Let the empty boy be. Alright, so either her enemies are closing in, or she took the documents and she's preparing to run again. I think that's very likely. The way we left things, I probably shouldn't have made the comment about arresting her to Kim. She more than anything, just doesn't want to be put into the system because that would let her enemies know where she's at. I hope I get a chance to talk to her again. We're gonna look at this closer.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Why do I feel like I know this place?
Indeed. Somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin, gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before, when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Interesting. So, looking at this. Okay, so found the empty trap, heard Lena's story, reconstructed the execution, confronted the pigs, did the death notification and found the jacket. All of these are adding to this Shivers check. So all of these are tied into it somehow. We're gonna give it a try. We have a pretty high chance of succeeding.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if that fails, if we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast.
So we can do Shivers again. Will it be different?
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it. In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
Say, I think she's down there below this building.
Okay. Why?
The wind told me.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it, enter through the roof.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
So if I go without Kim. Yeah, so it's interesting. I think just doing those side quests help make that check possible, which is great. Like, it shows that you're familiar with it, with the coast. What is that? I'm gonna check that out before I go up the ladder. I didn't notice that before. I do like the music in this game. It can overpower the dialogue a bit, though, at times.
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotting boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the Feld building? A building like this must have multiple doors serving various functions. Perhaps a basement access.
Come closer and look in.
Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
What's in there?
A thin layer of snow gleams inside the pipe.
Okay, what else?
As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side.
And?
And nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
This looks like a great place to stash narcotics. I want to make sure there's nothing hidden in there that children might pick up.
I see. Another stop on your crusade against narcomania. I was hoping we were in pursuit of a murder suspect.
Could we get into the Feld building through this pipe?
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around.
The lieutenant pushes aside the reeds and looks around.
He means the pipe must be coming from somewhere in the building.
And it's right here, a maintenance door.
He points to a rusted metal double door to the right of the pipe obscured by the reeds.
It's jammed shut. The subtle approach isn't going to work on this one.
Physical instrument, very low. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna equip. Pry bar.
Behind the pipe, the maintenance door, rusted shut.
Alright, so
Behind the pipe, the maintenance door, rusted shut and half sunken in sand.
it's a low chance, but let's do it.
You and the lieutenant lean all your weight into pushing the doors apart, but you're not quite synchronizing your efforts. They slam shut again before you can enter.
Let's take a breather and try this again later. It's very tough.
Alright, so I'll need to improve physical instrument. Hooray, but at least I know there's a way that isn't the ladder. I could give the ladder a try, since that seems to be the only other option left. These guys are still here. What are these? Let's see what these are. Oh, I have the pry bar now. I can get into those with the pry bar. Okay. That is good to know, so I should go to other locked boxes with the pry bar and see what I can get into.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
180 seems about right.
Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to do something more subtle? What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder?
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Come on, Kim, where's your adventurous spirit?
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
It won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Savoir faire, teleport to the roof, high chance, saw Tiago climbing. I'll be shocked if this pans out, but let's do it.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
Do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I'm guessing I climbed it in some sort of haze of concentration. Don't gloat, just stand there like a Samaran master.
You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed.
I knew it. I knew that's exactly what happened.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear,
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Oh my goodness. That was amazing. The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. Interesting, yes. Alright, so can we get over here? No. Alright, so down the stairs we go. Interesting. I'm gonna put another point into physical instrument. And we're gonna need a torch for sure. Torch. Okay, beautiful. Okay, what's this? The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. What's this? Postcard, Martinet 98. I'm not sure if there's any good in completing a collection of postcards or finding all the postcards. But I think I may wind up selling them just to clear up inventory space. Hopefully that's not a mistake. Antiquated office furniture, last century maybe. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Where did I come down? Okay, so that's where I came down. Okay, yeah, through that collapse, wow, okay. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Yeah, we don't like crawling. Oh, yep, here we go. Let's let Kim in.
2 rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door open.
Push the doors open.
It's much easier from this side. The panels on the rails slide once you dust the sand off. With the help of your partner, from the other side, the doors open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
You ready?
Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quietly and not make more sound.
Alright.
Not running is a great way to do that.
Okay, yeah. Good call. Alright. Oh. There we go. No running. No running. Items. Another postcard. Old file folders in the cart. Documents silvery with mold. We are not running. A jacket, +1 suggestion. A series of thick, dusty panels of glass. Interesting, it's got a carnation on it. In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. That was well hidden. Revolutionary's hat. Okay, it just added another row, so we can carry quite a lot. +1 to Mazavian socioeconomics. Interesting. Friendly neighborhood communard. Okay, so we've got a whole bunk under here. Yeah, so...
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust off the portrait.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand. Grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
It's Krasmazov, what a troublemaker he was.
Yes. Looks like some latter-day radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
A long time ago? How long?
Half a century. This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted.
Maybe I should move in here, seems cozy.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case.
What's with all these secret weapons caches and secret bunkers?
We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers.
Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
Could someone have stopped through here recently?
You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
He looks at the dust. Okay, so what do we got here? These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. The same slit window you saw from the outside. Perfect. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flyers and brochures, so nothing else here but the picture. Alright, so... yeah, let's get back out. Oh, no, before... there's, yep, right here. Come on. Stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept here in months. Remember, we're not running. I am not pressing the shift key. There's tracks. Beautiful. Boot prints in the sand. One of the souls appears to be more worn than the other. There's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. Radio equipment, possibly? The tunnel collapsed. You'll have to find another way around. Yeah, let's follow the footprints. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain, a strange tingling?
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
I saw them too, footprints with the right soul worn.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
We found Everett's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce about it.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
We know what Joyce knows about the murder, but I may have other things to discuss with her.
Yes. There won't be time for that once things go down. Matter of fact, I don't think there's time for it now, but...
If you must.
We've checked the boy with Claget's documents. I want to hear her take on why it was empty before.
Okay. Why not? Whatever goes down might also affect her. The Union is watching her closely now.
Not closely enough, you suspect. But still, good idea to visit her once more.
How bad do you think things could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
What do you think is waiting for us there?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Okay, so that's the game warning, so I think that's pretty clearly the game telling us that we should wrap up some loose ends quick. And I think I'm going to take care of that. Especially since we have an easier way in now. So, yep. Yep, so let's go back out really quick. And obviously in real life you wouldn't leave the area where you had your potential suspect ready and waiting. But I obviously game-wise it's saying things are going to change, so wrap up these loose ends. Yeah, let's do that. Equipment-wise, we don't need the crowbar or the flashlight. Alright, and we're gonna hop back over the canal. Always fun. Alright. Yep, so let's go back to the... Let's go back to the whirling. Hopefully, hopefully this won't be too bad.
Yes? What is it?
Are you by any chance working class?
Well, raising 2 children and half a husband on a patrol officer's wage? Yes, I guess I am working class.
Cool, I am too.
Okay.
You have a blue uniform and mine is black. What does this mean?
It means I'm a patrol officer, sir.
What was with that, sir? It might be because you have the higher rank.
Are you with him?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Seems like a cool guy.
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tries, unlike you.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
You called me sir, why?
Well, I guess I.
Cut the shit. Every second you stand here running your mouth, the case grows colder.
Okay, goodbye. Just making conversation. Do we want to wait till this evening to... Will I have the opportunity to do disco after I find Ruby? I don't know, but we're gonna talk to Claudia. Claudia? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Let's talk to her.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
I found your boy. It was empty, just seawater.
Oh.
Did you take the document?
He's trying to throw her off with the bluntness of the question.
No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
Perhaps the people who are after you took it?
They couldn't know where I put it. I'm absolutely sure I was not followed. And I've told no one but you. You mentioned seawater? I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away. Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
No.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger.
Alright, so... we did that. Okay, so, yep, I asked her about the documents.
This window.
come back to that. I'm gonna... So let's talk about Joyce. So here's the thing, I don't like Everett Clare. He's very corrupt, but I do sort of support the union trying to get better conditions for their workers, so I'm not sure how this is going to play out. But at the same time, he's refusing to negotiate with them in order to advance his own scheme. So I think we're gonna tell Joyce about that. I don't know if we're gonna tell her much else, but I think we're gonna give her that much at least and see how this goes. You know, and the problem with games like this is you never know what the actual consequences are. We're not gonna tell Joyce anything. Went to the village on the coast, officer. See you there. Okay. We're gonna go back and talk to Joyce elsewhere. Alright. She's interested in the drug smuggling, so she was putting us on to Ruby. But what if Ruby is more innocent in this than she appears? So what if Joyce is also trying to manipulate us? What is that? Let's give that a shot. I don't know if I noticed that before. More money. I'll take it. Can't complain about that. Yeah, so let's go find Joyce's boat. I'm not sure where she'd be docked up now, but she's gonna be across the canal. Yep. I think that's the play. So I do wonder if I have limited inventory space here. It seems like once I reached a certain number of clothes, it just added another row, which, okay, that's fine. So if it keeps doing that, we're okay, but I do kind of want to get rid of some of this extra stuff I'm carrying. Alright, I'm just gonna work my way along the coast. Wait, what?
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Sure. Yeah, sure. It does look like a lot of folks partied
Looks
here.
like they were here a while. Judging from all the bottles, the sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Yeah, this was me. We know that already. Guess I'll be on my way. Me and, the other bums. Yep. The other drunks. Ooh, is that Joyce's boat right there? Yep, here it is. Well, Joyce?
I'll just keep the Cordeleche in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier. Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty?
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Jetty.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze towards the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there? I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react. Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
This fishing village?
No, they're in Celindian, Isola.
What is an Isola exactly?
I'm guessing you don't know then.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Oblivion, that's so me.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me now, we have the time.
Do we?
He glances at his watch. It doesn't look like he does.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you. Maybe there is something else I can assist you with while you're hot in pursuit?
I've been dealing with Everett again.
Oh?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop that information. Even Kim wasn't sure how it would play out, so... ma'am, this whole thing is a takeover.
Is what you're about to say when a cold streak runs through your heart. Once said, there is no going back, Harry. Yes. What if something happens to her and you've left one question unasked? Sneaky little question escaped your eye.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Oh?
I'm gonna say it. Ma'am, this whole thing is a takeover.
A takeover?
Yes, it's not a strike. You aren't being let in because there's nothing to negotiate. The Union is taking the terminal.
If they're taking it...
She looks toward the colorful mountain of crates like toy blocks rising above Martinet.
Green livery, changing into red, blot by blot. Like a cancer of the blood, metastasizing.
Then we're talking about a war. Everett needs to let me into the harbor at once. We need to talk about this.
I can ask him to let you in.
No. It's naive of me. He sent you. This is the negotiation now. And if he does not avert his course, it will be a war negotiation, detectives.
War is their goal. They think they can win before you even know it's started.
An insane goal. Cornell has 1,000 men on their payroll. The next batch will be a platoon of 20 men and a gunship. You can't simply trick them.
I've seen the Union's forces. They are better organized than these mercenaries. They also have the support of the people of Revachol West. It will take more than Cornell to wipe them out. Wild Pines will need to send more and better equipped men. Make no mistake, ma'am. I am sure you have the money. The question is, how many years and how many lives are you willing to sacrifice?
What do you suggest I do?
Does it matter? Or has her mind been made up for quite a while now?
It's apocalypse o'clock, time to commence the glowing. I wish there was a disco option. First, will this affect your decision-making process?
Everything affects the decision-making process, Detective.
Officer?
The look on the lieutenant's face conveys uncertainty. He doesn't even sound angry.
For once, I don't seem to know what the right thing to do is.
Cut off the snake's head. Everett's pushing all this.
Like the previous leaders of the Union were assassinated. I suspect by Everard and Edgar themselves. I admit there's some poetry in the idea, and like poetry, it's also useless. There would still be Edgar. They factored it in. The Union is them, and they are Martinez.
So what are you going to do?
What will I do?
Her arms fall to her sides. Her spine relaxes.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our reality lowdown.
You said I'm uneducated, remember?
Typically arrogant of me. Absent-minded as well. Inter-Islary travel has left holes in my consciousness, I'm afraid.
Tell me.
It may be the only break we've ever caught as a species. The last one for 400 years.
Why?
The nations who colonized this Isola called theirs Muindi, the world. It was all they knew, all they thought would be. That there would be something more was a gamble, akin to another world, or life after death. The Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Irene la Navigateur, the Queen of Suren, sent 8 expeditions, one after the other, into the mass at the edge of the world. 5 of the crews did not return. 2 did, but had lost their minds.
8, is that a normal number?
It was anything but normal. There was no precedent. People thought she was punishing the admirals, or had gone mad, or both. Until after years of trial and error, and the development of a strict psychological regime imitating the creation process of poetry.
Called Volta Doma, or Return from the Sea.
The 8th expedition returned sane and intact. They told of a new continent of matter. They told the Queen and her counselor, Dolores Day, that the Pale had begun to condense, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute, slowly raining down until it formed a vast ocean.
The air is cold and scented with petrichor. There are rain circles on water all around. Humidity crawls up your back like a piano trill.
Put your hand in the rain.
So does the lieutenant. His mouth is slightly open as he looks to the sky. The droplets feel warm, like spring rain.
This ocean?
The phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "Lancielinde, Lancielinde," the signal to wake up. But they could not. They were sane and conscious, as islands began to appear on the horizon. There are 78,000 uninhabited islands in the Insulindian archipelago, officer. The freckled face of God.
You've thought it a million times.
After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the Pale. After the Pale, the world again.
A total shift in human comprehension of reality. On the 2nd day, a great skua was shot down above the flagship Lizargique. The bird was preserved and brought back, along with pollen. 4 years later, the Queen's Counsellor was proclaimed Her Innocence Dolores Day, the elected world spirit. The age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. We were high.
Leaving us here.
On Caillou. the Pebble, the largest of the fertile, uninhabited islands of the northeast Insulindian archipelago. 4 centuries and 2 revolutions later,
The Great Skua was the first bird they saw.
the first living, autonomous organism. Proof of reality. It's the symbol of Insulinde, detective. The coat of arms of the suzerain and the wings on the crest of the commune.
I seem to have it in for it, or it for me. I broke one.
In your defense, it is a nasty creature who plucks food from the throats of lesser birds. Yet much like Revachol, it is also magnificent and rare. Imagine the suzerain of seagulls.
And this was the last break we got.
The nations of Mundi proceeded to discover 5 more Isolae. Or they discovered us. All in the rush of the great inter-Islary reconnection. But these others weren't uninhabited. We had to kill people there. Wipe out indigenous populations. Gunboat economies. Or they came to do the same for us. Or had done to each other. But here, there was no one but the Skua, the Liliat Sea, and the Blood Beach, and the River Esperance. It was the new world. The Mondials used it to amass the greatest concentration of wealth mankind has ever seen. Revachol, the suzerain.
What happened?
Revolution. Poverty. And the mercurial rise of capitalism.
It's raining.
It is. Soon it will be spring and everything will blossom.
The gangs will run wild, jacking motor carriages, ferrying amphetamines through Coal City. Spring is tough in Revachol.
What will you do?
I will surrender Terminal B to the Union.
Is that within your means?
She puts her hand in the rain. She's silent for a second.
We will see.
Ma'am, this may well unravel property law this side of the river. If that occurs, we may never see the end of this kind of confrontation. The next time there will be 2 strikes, then 4, then 100.
What happens will happen.
She takes the end in her rain-slick hand and starts untying the knot.
The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person. We will amputate and cauterize Martinez. If you handle the situation on the ground.
You're going now?
Yes, Mr. Clare has a 2-month head start. I can't let it grow any bigger. And I've exhausted all my options from here.
She generally avoids that term with her employers.
There are no employers. She's a member of the board, probably a partner.
You are the Wild Pines. There are no employers.
You are the citizens' militia. There are no superiors.
She turns to you, rope in hand. What, of course I have superiors.
That's right, detective. And next time...
Events are already in motion. Whether your actions accelerated or momentarily retarded their progress, even the lieutenant cannot really say.
I answer for my own actions. I don't hide behind some faceless organization.
Here I am. I am the face, and I'm here to answer. Rejoice Layton.
Understood.
Keep the peace, and I will keep my end of the bargain.
How far along is Cronell's investigation?
A confrontation is imminent. They have followed in your footsteps. As your investigation reaches a climax, so does theirs. They are your shadow. Arm yourselves. Armor yourselves. Protect their targets. Violence may be unavoidable, but we can limit the casualties.
When will they make their move and where?
Soon. I do not know precisely. They have cut off all communication, you see. They know I've been feeding you information. One last thing, Lieutenant Dubois. I've given the matter much thought and come to this conclusion. You're not an amnesiac. You're insane. I know, because I, too, am insane. I just hide my illness better. And I'm rich.
Isn't everybody a little insane?
No, detective. No one's as insane as you.
Don't worry, madame. I am very sane.
What do you have?
I'm overexposed, baby. My travels take me through the Pale dozens of times a year. I've got the longing, and I've got it bad.
She points to her heart. How do you keep your shit together?
The same strict psychological regimen the 8th Admiral developed when he crossed the Pale and discovered this Isola, the Volta do Mar. It's used by inter-Easlary travelers and other troubled souls, even to this day.
You could use a little of it yourself.
Goodbye, Joyce L. Messier.
Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
Alright. The Insulindian Miracle. That's another thing. Searchlight Division. Still got 4 hours on that. So I'll wait. Hand-eye coordination.
The lieutenant watches her boat grow smaller on the bay, its white sails fluttering. With worry in his eyes, he does not know if it was the right thing to do, but he doesn't say anything. You wonder what Everard has to say about this. Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
Alright, well, I'll end there. Thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoy my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.